Hey everyone! Summer reading is getting underway here at the library, and this year's theme is called Imagine Your Story. This includes fairy tales, myths, and legends. So we wanted to share some of Mount Olive's myths and legends with you. And I want to thank Ken Dilda and Lynn Williams for providing these stories for us. Each week I'm going to be coming and telling you about a different myth and legend for our town, so please keep tuning in. Today we're going to talk about the Maplewood Cemetery, which is where we have our annual ghost walk. So there is no Maplewood Cemetery in Mount Olive, although the graveyard is popularly known by that name, said Edwin Patton. He's the secretary to the Mount Olive Board of Aldermen in 1957. The official names of the cemetery are Myrtle Grove, which is the oldest section, and Oakview, which is the new section. Since the town records were destroyed by 3 fires between the 1890s and 1805, it can only be assumed that the names were derived from the trees prevalent in the area. Myrtle Grove was established around 1870, the year that Mount Olive was chartered. The first identified person buried in the cemetery was William F. Pollock in 1870. Pollock was a merchant in the town in the early 1850s and was second postmaster and donated the land that became Pollock Street. David M Mcintyre, an early magistrate or mayor after Mount Olive was chartered in 1870, is credited with laying out Myrtle Grove. It was reported that he had a love of beauty and order, and the cemetery was his special pride and care. And he allowed no weeds to grow there, no plots to go unattended, and no shrub to be neglected. So how did Myrtle Grove and Oakview become known as Maplewood? George Flowers, superintendent of the cemetery in 1957, said that Maplewood was named by Matthew Thompson P. Brazil around 1900. Brazil moved to Mount Olive in the 1890s, was the first cashier and second president of the Bank of Mount Olive, name changed to Southern Bank in 1967, and was Mount Olive's first chief of the fire department from 1904 to 1922. For years after the Mount Olive Tribune was founded in 1904, obituaries used the term Maple Grove for the cemetery, indicating a transition from Myrtle Grove to Maplewood. In 1931, Kirby Emerson Tyndall moved to Mount Olive and founded Tyndall Funeral Home. Tyndall had worked at the funeral home in Kinston where a Maplewood cemetery existed. He used and popularized the name for Mount Olive Cemetery. If you're interested in being buried in Maplewood, you can purchase a plot only in Oakview because Myrtle Grove is full and Maplewood does not exist.